Hi, my name is Dr. Krista Marie Coleman. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician, and this is how I work it. I'm going to take you through 24 hours of my beauty and wellness routine. Typically, I will see anywhere from 20 to 30 patients in a day. As a family medicine physician, we see everyone from infants to the elderly. So it's not atypical to see the mom, the sister, the aunt, the grandma, and the children in the family. You get to really be a part of the family dynamics. Another part of my job is that I practice locum tenens, which is where a physician will temporarily fill in for another physician in an office setting or even in a hospital setting that's not typically their own. For this, I travel all over. In addition to seeing patients in the office and practicing medicine virtually, I am also in the process of starting my own concierge type practice. It's an exciting entrepreneurial journey, lots of hard work. The most challenging part of my job is not getting enough time to spend with patients. The most rewarding part of my job is being able to develop close relationships with the patients and oftentimes feeling like you're a part of the family.
All right, good morning, guys. It's about 5:45. I'm up. Let's get this day started.
I usually start my day around 5:45, 6 a.m. I wake up to my alarm.
I'm whispering because H is still sleeping.
And I wake up early because I have a morning routine that I enjoy sticking to.
It's my quiet time. Everyone else in the rest of the world is sleeping right now.
So I wake up, I wash my face. I've been using the CeraVe line. It's a pretty gentle cleanser. Over the last couple of months, my skin has been more sensitive than usual. It's also got some great ingredients in there, the hyaluronic acid to help with hydration, and then the ceramides to just help my skin protect its natural barrier. I put on some leisure attire.
I just changed so that we can get this day started.
While I'm preparing to journal, I will usually make a warm tea with some lemon and maybe I'll add a little bit of ginger to it. I like to do it for the digestive health benefits, and ginger is a great anti-inflammatory. I journal for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Using the gratitude journal really helps me focus on and pay attention to all the good things that are happening in my life and really not take those for granted.
I really like matcha tea. I've been trying to cut down on the coffee, but my guy, he just went crazy and got a bevel. So that's not really helping me cut my habits. And then I meditate for another 10 minutes.
I also believe in setting your intentions for the day. It can be really easy to get distracted, and so I make sure that all of my actions are purposeful and are helping me achieve a goal in mind.
I do some sort of movement, so whether that's stretching or even yoga.
Now it's time to take Hirsch for a walk.
And while I'm out walking, I typically will listen to a podcast.
This morning, checking out Jay Shetty's On Purpose. This is an amazing podcast. He always gives you something to think deeply about, do some self-reflecting on, so helps with mindset. So just getting back in, it's time to make a quick breakfast for myself, for Hubs.
Breakfast typically entails something quick and easy because he's got to head off to work and I have to start my day.
Got the eggs going, we're gonna throw some bacon in there, put it on an English muffin, and boom, we're ready to go. I'm about to take a quick shower, then we're gonna do some skincare.
I love my vitamin C serum. It has really helped with my skin in terms of hyperpigmentation. I have been actually loving Neutrogena's Hydra Boost Water Gel Moisturizer because it has hyaluronic acid in there. It helps to tighten my skin and make it feel moisturized. My skin has really been dry, especially during the pandemic. Wearing the masks can dry out your skin significantly. And then my sunscreen. You never forget sunscreen. Even if I'm indoors, I'm still applying sunscreen all over.
It can be really hard to find sunscreens that don't leave you looking ashy or ghost, and that's what I really like about this sunscreen, this Elta MD sunscreen, is that it doesn't leave me looking ghostly.
And it also has some great ingredients in there. It's got niacinamide in there. It has a little bit of lactic acid as well. The lactic acid gives you a gentle exfoliation and a thing that helps me just glow. I do enjoy putting on makeup, especially when I'm going in to see patients, whether I'm in the office or even if I'm seeing patients virtually. I think that it helps myself. It just helps to brighten my mood, and I feel as though patients appreciate seeing a little bit of glow during the visits. Now my face is ready for makeup. I don't do full glam, but I prefer a more natural glow for my patient interactions. In my makeup arsenal for everyday routine, I will typically put on an under eye brightener. This one is by Becca. I will use an under eye concealer. I use 2 concealers. This one is by NARS. NARS, honey. And then this one is by Bare Minerals. It's their Bare Pro. It's easy just for little spots. So I've got a spot there, and we're just gonna blend it out. And then I'll apply a setting powder. I'll use a Primer Radiance by Laura Mercier, an all-time favorite. This product just goes on really light and it gives you a nice, subtle glow. Because we're just wearing masks nowadays and people are only seeing your eyes, I do my lashes and then I also do my eyebrows. I like using this Goof Proof brow pencil by Benefit because it has the spoolie on one end, it has the brow pencil on the other, and it's just really easy. I think that there's a lot that can be expressed through the eyes as well, so that's why I put a little bit of effort into my eyes. Lastly, we'll go in with clear brow gel just to hold it in place. The brows are my favorite feature. And a cream blush. This one is by NARS. It's Orgasm. Oh. So this is the only style I've done for my hair since quarantine has started. Usually I'll wear my hair, you'll see me in curls, but for the last couple of weeks, I've had these faux locks in, which I have loved, but it's coming time to bring back the curls. When I was younger, I used to wear my hair straight all the time. And as I've gotten older, I've started to embrace my natural hair. I love my curls and also other styles like braids and twists. For my hair right now, I enjoy using Giorgio's deep conditioning treatment. I also love Shea Moisture products. Because it's 2020, things are different now than they were back in 1995 or 2000, especially when it comes to women and their natural hair in the workplace, and it's beautiful and inspiring. It's really important right now, especially for me, to inspire and motivate those coming up behind me. Right now in the United States, less than 6% of physicians and surgeons are African American. And so it's very important for a Black female to see another Black female who is a doctor, because you can't be what you can't see. All right, guys, I am about to start seeing patients virtually. I am ready for the day. I've got my glow, I got my matcha, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Virtual medicine is very new. A lot of people aren't used to it. You have to approach it differently than how we approach seeing patients in the office. Usually I'll start off the visit just trying to warm up to the patient, asking them how everything's going, how they're doing, especially mentally right now because of the pandemic, and then we'll get into their concerns. Your bedside manner is ultra important when you're seeing patients. Delivering difficult news to patients is still hard for me, even though I've done it for so many years. You really can never fully 100% prepare for it. You just have to always keep in mind that this is a human being. This is someone's mom, someone's father, sister, brother, and you have to be very truthful, but you also have to have some humility in a sense, and be able to empathize with them. Doing a quick midday check-in. It's around 11:15 or so, and I've seen 5 patients so far, 3 adults, 2 teens. Quite an interesting morning, but it's been great. I've got a couple more on the schedule, and then I'm going to take a break for lunch, one of my favorite parts of the day, and I'll check back in. When I'm at home doing virtual visits, I am constantly snacking throughout the day. If I'm at locums, I don't snack as much because we are in full PPE and it's just a little bit busier. Working locum tenens, I did it to make some extra money because it was great. And I also did it to keep up with certain skills that I wasn't doing in my outpatient clinic at that time. Currently, I do locums in the states of Virginia and Georgia. With the pandemic, it's been a little bit more frequent.
I'm actually traveling right now for work. I'm helping out a facility with some urgent need coverage in Atlanta. So I'm excited to be here for the next couple of days into next week. In terms of length, the assignments can vary. So they can vary from weeks to a couple of months. My assignment was just for 2 weeks. It was with a hospital group. They had a need because unfortunately a couple of the doctors there had gotten sick.
When I go into the office, I try to avoid wearing heavy scented perfumes and lotions, and that's because sometimes the patients can be allergic to certain scents, so I try to be sensitive to that. My hands have been more dry nowadays since the pandemic because of the constant washing and constantly using more hand sanitizer than usual. And to help with that, I always have a hand lotion in my bag. So I enjoy using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost hand lotion, Eucerin's hand lotion, and also Aquaphor. It's really good for the nail beds, the cuticles. These are pandemic nails, and I've been doing my nails myself because of social distancing and quarantining. This brand in particular is Dazzle Dry, and I love it because it's quick to apply, very easy, and it can last a couple of days. And it looks like I went to the salon, but I didn't.
It's time for lunch. We never skip lunch.
I will always take my lunch because I have to eat. I can't be hungry. Can't be hangry. Can't be hangry.
Today we've got a quick salad. I'm gonna add an avocado to it because avocados make everything better, right? While we're on this break, I'll share with you guys that I just started my own medical practice. It's called Pros Medical, and I'm excited about it, y'all. It's a membership-based practice where we provide personalized, comprehensive care and wellness services to people.
I think it's really important for people to feel empowered about their health, to know that they have choices in terms of who they trust with their body and who they trust with their health care. And I often will remind people that you are the CEOs of your body. I have been on both ends of the spectrum. I've helped to treat patients, and I've also been a patient myself.
Almost a month ago, I had a myomectomy done. This is a procedure that's performed to remove fibroids from the uterus, and I'll actually share with you guys, I had seen 3 other doctors before deciding on this particular surgeon. I mentioned that to say, 1, make sure if you are concerned about any symptoms you have, you bring it up to your doctor. But then if you feel like your doctor is not taking your concerns seriously, not listening to you, you don't feel comfortable with the treatment options, then it's okay. It is perfectly fine to seek additional recommendations.
You have a choice in terms of who you decide to go to for care. And so if you feel embarrassed or if you feel as though you can't openly communicate with your doctor, then you may need to find another doctor for you.
I know that nowadays we don't see a lot of docs who are starting their own practices, but I wanted to provide a different experience, a different level of care, and therefore I needed to create something that would allow me to do so.
The practice will be in Orlando, Florida, and I'll also will offer virtual appointments.
What can we do to help prevent diabetes? Again, it's important to remember that you won't know if you have diabetes unless you're tested.
I also will travel around and I provide different talks for different groups of people. Again, as a family medicine physician, we are trained in many areas. Areas that I'm interested in include high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity medicine, and so I enjoy educating people about these areas. Medicine is constantly changing, and as a physician, we are everyday learners. Every day we're learning something new, we're reading articles, and we're just expanding our knowledge base for medicine.
It's about 4:30 and I'm getting ready to wrap things up now. I've got a few more charts to finish, then we're hanging this white coat up.
The appointments range between 10 to 15 minutes, but then you have documentation that you have to do. And so you may spend 15 to 20 minutes documenting on that patient's case. And later on that evening, if you haven't finished, maybe you have some reading to do on that patient. So you're always doing work. And then the evening starts and I may take a break to go to the gym if I didn't do a heavy workout that day, walk the dog and get ready for dinner for Hubs to come home.
I'm about to start making dinner because Hubs will be home pretty soon. We're having some turkey spaghetti tonight, and I've always got to sneak the veggies in because no meal is complete without something green.
So nighttime routine, I definitely always remove my makeup.
I start by using micellar water to help remove some of the makeup from my skin. Then I'll cleanse with my face wash. I'll use a toner because this leaves my skin feeling really refreshed from the day's activities. And depending on the weeknight, I may use a facial oil or I'll use a face serum with a moisturizer. But a couple of times throughout the week, I'm incorporating my prescribed retinoid with my moisturizer. What wrinkles, y'all.
That's my secret. I've been doing that for a few months now, and I've upped it a little bit because of the pandemic and because we've just been, initially we were quarantining a lot. And when you use Retin-A, often it can cause a lot of irritation and dryness to this, and increased dryness to the skin. And so sometimes you're peeling and flaking all over the place. But I said, oh, it didn't matter because I'm in the house, you know, seeing patients virtually. So I've upped it a little bit.
And then I will use an under eye cream. And last but not least, we can't forget about the lips. I'll apply this lip sleeping mask.
I enjoy wearing or trying out different masks and even under eye masks. I sometimes will have dark circles under the eyes. And so just wearing or trying out different eye masks is one of my guilty pleasures. And then I always get my husband to try it too. Usually I may wind down with my husband, we'll have a glass of wine and we'll watch our favorite TV show together or hang out on our balcony, which is one of our favorite places here.
Hanging out on the patio with Hubs and the puppy, having a bite to eat.
And then I also will do a little bit of journaling as well to reflect on the day and then to wind down for nighttime.
Some self-reflection and just thinking about the day's activities. That's a beautiful quote. You always got to keep moving.
For my own health and my own mental health, I have to find ways to just de-stress. So that includes journaling, that includes working out, and just trying to leave everything at work and come home and be completely present with myself and present with my husband. Never would I have imagined being, practicing during a pandemic, but here we are, and we've read about it, we've trained appropriately for it, and it's a little bit daunting to be a part of it, but I am glad to be on the front lines, glad to be able to help people at a time when they need help, and hopefully I'll be able to tell my children I helped during the COVID-19 pandemic.
All right, guys, Dr. K signing out for the day. Stay healthy, stay well, and good night.